Reciting a nasheed in Rabbi Al Awwal in gathering in India, Pakistan. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Asking a simple question, I'll try to make it simple. Many countries, like I'm not going to name any country, many countries, the way they celebrate the Milad, and now when shaitan is not able to put you directly into bid'ah, so shaitan is finding other way to do the same thing, but going around the circles, but making you do the same thing. Doing a bid'ah either by nasheed, by naat, or by setting up a mahfil, or setting up the gathering, or any type of, even you cooking something on a milad, or the entire Rabbi Al Awwal, doing anything in this month on the, or either even on the 12th Rabbi Al Awwal, or the entire month, by through setting up the circle, setting up the gathering, by reciting the nasheed like Allahumma salli ala. These are all bid'ah, because we find an evidence from an authentic hadith where the Sahaba walked into the masjid and he saw many some people were in a gathering and they're doing a zikr in a loud. So the Sahaba got very upset and he told them the Prophet ﷺ is still alive between us. So basically he stopped them from doing that, because setting up the gatherings in a mahfil, in all that, I would challenge any scholar or anyone, and I'm just only a little student of knowledge which has been researching on this one, and I was unable to find any evidence from the Prophet ﷺ's entire seerah, and I do not find the evidence from the life of the Sahabas, any Sahaba, and I do not find any evidence even from the great four scholars or any historical scholars. So this was the monopoly later on, which was being adopted by people who started that, because in my other lecture I have talked about that, how was it being started and all that. So the question was being asked if the recitation of nasheed in Rabbi Al Awwal is permitted. It's nothing permitted. These people claim they love the Prophet ﷺ. If you really love the Prophet ﷺ, then adopt his life into your life. That's called following his sunnah, and that is the way that will prove practically you really love the Prophet ﷺ. But if you really want to love, if you really love the Prophet ﷺ, you have to fast on Monday. You have to stay away from bid'ah. You have to stay away what other Maulanas or what everybody teach you. You have to stick to what is Quran. You have to do the adhkar. You have to have a life of a taqwa. That is the way show ourselves that we really love the Prophet ﷺ. Not rather we start dancing, setting up the nasheeds. Now these people have a justification answer. We do that because so we can bring the Muslims united. Now this is the logic of shaitan. This is not the logic of the Prophet ﷺ, because I'm going to ask one simple question. Did the Prophet ﷺ in his entire life, or even after his prophethood, when he received the first message from the age 40 and up till the age 63, did he find any evidence that he ever set up the mahfil or the gathering in the circles, and you ask the people, okay, I'm going to be sitting here, everybody starts saying a nasheed, I want to have a competition, who is saying a good nasheed? It's nothing. This is not Islam. This is the logic of shaitan, and shaitan is trying to make you do something which is not being done by the Prophet, not done by the Sahaba, not done by any elite scholars or tabain or tabain or anyone. We do not find any evidence. So let's say now shaitan is not making you do directly into something what is forbidden. He is finding the ways to make you do something which is being rejected by Allah, which is being rejected by the Prophet ﷺ, by setting up the nasheed, setting up the naat, spending too much money, and somebody who's just singing a nasheed, people are throwing the money on them. This is not in Islam. This is the logic of shaitan, because this is what the Iblis want the Muslims to do. He wants to remove you from the what is Quran, and he wants to make you put into the something like a nasheed and the naat mahfil in the gathering in the circles, do the tasawwuf and something strange rituals, and thinking that with an intention they are pleasing the Prophet ﷺ or they are pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but this does not exist. If you ask any scholar to please provide me one proof from the entire authentic hadith where the Prophet ﷺ for 23 years he has ever set up any mahfil, any naat gathering, and people are reciting nasheeds. This is started from the Sufism, and the entire history, everything was being started from the Shia group, which was being called the Fatimids, and that was started from the Egypt. And I have talked about it into my other lecture. If you just search on YouTube, on Google, you will be able to find it by my name, or the Bid'ah, or the Rabbi Al Awwal, or celebrating a Milad.